If you want to learn how to draw, there's a trick that every single great artist in history has used, and I'm about to teach it to you right now. You only need three things: a pen or pencil, the quality doesn't matter, a piece of paper, it can be from a notebook or it can just be a piece of paper by itself, and the last thing is a random object from your room. Now put the object in front of you, get your pen and paper ready, and the last step is to now draw the object. Now this might sound ridiculous, this might not sound like a tutorial at all, but the truth is that you already know how to draw. If you say, I can't even draw a circle, you can draw a circle. It just won't be perfect. But what most people don't know is that perfect circles aren't even good for drawing. If you needed to draw a perfect circle, then you just use a compass. But art is almost never about being perfect. Whenever you're drawing from life, you'll be drawing something with imperfections. It doesn't matter if it was made with a machine, you'll still see things that have some sort of wear on them. They'll have little parts of them that are a little bit off. Pretty much anything you'll find in the real world will not be a perfect circle. If you're drawing a person or an animal, try to find a single part of them that is a perfect square or a perfect rectangle or a perfect circle, and you won't see it. As you can probably tell by now, I'm not actually left-handed, so if I can draw with my left hand in front of hundreds of people on YouTube, you can draw with your dominant hand without anybody watching you. People also worry too much about the materials that they use, but I've seen people do amazing things with just a number 2 pencil and, binder paper that they use for school. You don't need to have anything fancy. You can make digital art on your phone. Anything works for art. You just need to be able to practice fundamentals, like being able to draw what you're seeing. And this will carry over to basically any medium that you use, whether it's digital or traditional, whether it's pencil and paper, or whether it's painting. But the point of this exercise is not to draw something good, it's to draw something at all. This is your first drawing, it doesn't need to look good. What matters is that you're able to make something from nothing, and that something doesn't even have to look like what you're drawing. Because in the end, this is you making art, and this is something that you made with your own hands and is an original piece of work that no one else has drawn. So once you're done with that drawing, what I want you to do is put away the object that you got, go around your room, find another random object, and put it in front of you. Now start drawing this new object. If you haven't caught on by now, this is what's called drawing from life, or drawing from reference. I know that every single great artist has drawn from reference at some point, because it is impossible to learn how to draw without reference. People do not get born with internal knowledge of how to draw a horse from every single angle in full detail. That is just not how it works. Every single famous artist you've heard of knew how to draw things in that way because they saw things in real life or through photographs and were able to draw from that. This specific exercise is based on something I did while I was in art school, and they would put someone up in front of the class and they would just make everyone draw them. That was basically the entire exercise. Now, I went to a very good art school and we learned some very good important things there, but this isn't something that you need to pay thousands of dollars to do. Anyone can put something in front of themselves and draw it. They can take pictures of themselves, they can search up pictures online and draw those. But it's only after you do all these things over and over again that you're able to create an internal sort of database of things that you're able to draw from memory. Whether you want to reach that level is totally up to you, but if you're worrying about how much effort it takes to be an artist, by definition, you already are an artist. You've been drawing this whole time. You know how to draw, and I don't think that gets said enough. Human beings have been making art since the age of the caveman, and those scribbles on rock walls are things that people are still looking at and studying today. Art isn't something that's gate-kept out of some sort of level of skill or whatever. Lots of people don't consider themselves good artists because they have some imaginary level of how good you have to be before you're even considered an artist. And that's just not how it works. But once you're finished with your drawing, I want you to put the object away and write down the current date on both of your drawings. If you ever look back on them, having a record of when your drawings were made will be really helpful, I promise you. But I want you to look down at both of your drawings and think about how they make you feel. Because whether it's positive, whether it makes you happy, whether it makes you proud, or whether it makes you feel negative, like if you feel disappointed, disgusted, even embarrassed by your drawing. You might think, oh, well, these drawings are awful. I'm not meant to be an artist. But these are the feelings of an artist. The difference between you and someone who's drawn for many, many years is that those artists looked down at their drawings and said, I can do better, and I want to do better. And they just kept drawing and drawing until they reached the level that they are now. So what I want you to do is go around your room, pick up a third object, put it in front of you, and whatever happens next is up to you. You don't have to make a third drawing, but if you want to, then maybe you can do better.